Hey there, thanks so much for joining me today. This is Lynn with KeepInking.com. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up! In San Antonio, Texas. And today is the fourth video in my series about the Stamparatus, explaining why I believe it is a must-have tool for any stamper or paper crafter. Don't worry if you have missed my previous videos. I will provide links to those videos in the description box below. In one of those previous videos, I showed how you can use this Stamparatus to do some linear stamping, like in this particular card where the sentiment goes in a linear pattern down the card. Now you can do the linear method either horizontally or vertically. Either rotate your paper on the Stamparatus, move your hinge down on the side, or you can put the plate up at the top and do left to right, however you would like to create your linear pattern. Today's video is going to show how you can use your Stamparatus to stamp in a circular pattern, like in this particular Christmas card. Isn't that pretty? I created a wreath using the Peaceful Noel stamp set, which is the stamp set that I'll be using in today's video. This is found in our 2018 holiday catalog. It has several small images which are just perfect for making wreaths. Now this process, I'm going to go ahead and slide this under my plate so it helps with my inking. Although I'm showing how to do a circular pattern, you do not have to only make wreaths with this method. You can do any circular pattern that you want. You could use sentiments, you could use any particular image. It is the Christmas season though right now, so this lends itself quite well to Christmas wreaths. So I'm not going to show you how to make this complete card, but I am just going to show you the process of the circular pattern. So I'll set that aside. What I have to begin with is a template that I have printed just on copy paper, and then I ran it through my Xyron machine to laminate it on a magnetic sheet. And that's just helpful. The lamination just helps with trying to keep it clean in case some ink gets on it, and then the magnetic sheet just tries to help it stay in my Stamparatus, which is magnetized. I will be using my bar magnet that comes with the Stamparatus as well, and I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is cut 4 inches by 4 inches. On my template, you'll notice I have varying sizes of squares. They vary from 2.5 inches all the way to 4 inches, and you can use any of those size squares. And you are not limited to squares. You can do rectangles as well, but I would need to explain that in another video. For today's video, we're going to go ahead and use a square. So I am going to place my square and line it up with the square on the template, and stick my magnet down, and I'm going to start with my first image. Now when doing a circular pattern, it is a little bit difficult to determine where you begin. Once you get going, you'll find out where you want to place your image. So I am just going to say I'm going to start my image here at the top. I'm going to put it on a slight angle like that. I'll swing my plate over to pick up my stamp. Now I moved my paper, so I'm going to make sure that it is lined up with that square. It's important to use that square. And I'm going to be stamping this particular image in shaded spruce, which is one of our new colors this year. It's the perfect green for Christmas. So I am going to ink up my stamp and stamp it down onto my paper. Now I'm going to rotate my square onto the next square, which happens to be on an angle, on a diagonal, and I'll line that up, put my magnet down to keep it in place, ink, and stamp. And I am starting to create my circle. I'm going to rotate, secure it, ink, and stamp. And you're just going to continue this process all the way around. Just keep rotating. Line up your paper with the square, ink, and stamp. Now, this is very repetitive, but we're just trying to create a perfect circle. I don't believe there's any way that I could do this by just eyeballing it. So this tool is perfect to help me get it exactly how I want it. I just have a few more here. I'm just inking and stamping. rotate, secure, ink, and stamp. Rotate, secure, make sure it's lined up on that square, ink, and stamp. And there you can see I have a perfect circle with that little green sprig. Isn't that fabulous? There's no way that I would be able to do that just by eyeballing it with an acrylic block. It's just, I consider myself a fairly good stamper, but there's no way that I could do that. This tool helps me do this. So I'm going to do another image. So I'm going to pick up my plate and rotate it. And remember, the Stamparatus comes with 2 of these plates, and so you can use up to 4 images for each wreath. I think, let's see, on this particular card sample, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. And now, beginning October 1st, that I can do that, those images, because you can purchase additional plates. So you can have as many images going on a wreath that you want, and can do mass production that way. So I'm going to go ahead and secure my square once again on the square of my template, and I'm going to place this branch image. I think I'll have it kind of sticking up between those sprigs right there. Now that we have our circle, it's a little bit easier to add additional images. I'll swing my plate over, pick up that image, make sure that that square is aligned with my square below, and then I'm going to stamp this or ink this image in using soft suede ink. So I'm going to do the same process I did before. I've got my paper secure, I've inked up my stamp, and now I'll stamp it down. I'll rotate, secure, and stamp. And you just continue to do this process around and around, and you can add as many images as you like, with as many colors as you like. And like I said, you don't have to do a wreath. You could do this using any images to create a circular pattern. You could use sentiments, you could use shapes, you could use any images that you would like. The idea, though, is you'll be stamping whatever images in a circular pattern, and precisely. Like I said, there's no way that I could get this exact with just eyeballing it. And that is why I think that that's another reason why I think this tool is just a must-have. It just makes your stamping experience that much greater. And I think I have one more spot. Oh, looks like I got an ink smudge, but this is just a sample showing how to use it. Hopefully I can salvage this and make it into a card. We'll see. So there I have 2 images in a perfect circular pattern. Isn't that wonderful? I just think that's so amazing that you can do this. Now, like I said, you can use as many images as you'd like. What did I say? How many did this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one has 6 different images. So I just continued that process over and over again, 6 different times with the various colors. And it just created the perfect wreath for this particular card. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Another reason that this fabulous tool can do for you, which is why I believe it is a must-have tool for any stamper or paper crafter. So thanks again so much for joining me. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see my future videos. I do have a couple of more tips for sharing about this particular tool. So I will see you in the next video. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.